Today we'll be making this Dark and Stormy. It's a very spicy rum-based cocktail. Very delicious. If you like a good spicy cocktail, it's got a nice kick. You can feel the spices as they go down your throat, and it's just delicious. Welcome back to Back Porch Cocktails, where I do a new cocktail every Friday. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you want to see more. Go back and see some of my other videos. Today we are doing a Dark and Stormy. It's one of my favorite drinks. It looks cool and it's a fun drink, and it's another easy back porch drink to make, right? So I'm trying to make easy back porch drinks. I'm trying to make drinks that are easy for you to make at home, and it's not too terribly complicated for the most part. Sometimes I get a little in depth, but this one is super easy. 3 ingredients. So your ingredients are going to be a black rum. I use the Kraken here, and then also a ginger beer. You want to make sure you get ginger beer and not ginger ale. That's 2 different things. You'll get a totally different drink out of it. You want to use ginger beer for this. The Dark and Stormy is the unofficial drink of the Bermuda Islands. And to really make a Dark and Stormy, they have patents and trademarks, and they're one of the only ones, if not the only drink that has a trademark on it. And they've gone through a lot of litigation to make sure that Dark and Stormies are made with Black Seal rum, which this is not, and then any ginger beer, but they also have a Gosling ginger beer, which I'm sure they'd prefer you to use. And I think it's kind of odd. It's kind of weird that, you know, a drink has a trademark, and they've actually went into bars and restaurants, and if they weren't making it properly, they sued them pretty much. So look that up yourself. It's kind of an interesting tidbit. The last piece we're going to use for it is going to be some bitters as well. Now, some people will put lime in their Dark and Stormy. I don't like to use a lime, but you can use about a half of a lime squeezed in there. Try it both ways. See if you like it with the lime. Some people make it with a lime. You might get sued if you make it with a lime, because that's not the official cocktail mix that Black Seal would not want you to make. They don't want you to put a lime. You can garnish with a lime, which I do garnish with a lime as well. So I kind of stick to the trademark a little bit, but I don't use their actual products. So you want to start with your ice in a highball glass. Then you want to get 3 ounces, count them, 3 ounces of ginger beer. Now, the name Dark and Stormy, you'll be able to tell in a little bit. The mixture of the ginger beer, which is a lighter color, and the darker black rum makes it look a little cloudy, a little dark and stormy. I think this drink was originally created in the early 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. Leave me a comment and tell me I'm a liar if it's not, but I think it was the early 1800s, and it was created by a guy who was sailing across the sea and said that the drink kind of looked like a cloudy sky, a dark and stormy sky, which I can see that. So there's our ginger beer, 3 ounces. I like to put the bitters in next. 2 dashes of bitters. 2. You already start to see a little bit of color there. And you want 2 ounces of your black rum. So we're gonna go, pouring out kind of weird here. 2 ounces of your black rum. Pour that in there. And you can see how that drink starts to settle down, and as it mixes, you can see how it starts to get a little cloudy. It's pretty cool looking, actually. And then you would just garnish with your lime, but you can either mix it now before you give it to someone, or have them mix it. If you drink it right now, it's going to be a lot more rum at the top of it and a lot more ginger beer at the bottom. I like to give it just a slight stir, get a little cloudiness in there, and then garnish it with the lime. And that's your Dark and Stormy. Cheers. Now I will say you don't have to use a highball glass or a Collins glass, a tall glass. You can use a lowball or a old-fashioned glass if you'd like. It would fill it up just as much. As you notice, this one didn't go all the way to the top, so you can add a little more rum and a little more ginger beer to make up the difference. If you want to fill your glass, that's not an issue. You would just need to go with another 1.5 ounces of ginger beer and 1 ounce of rum to keep that ratio going correctly, and just get it to the top of the glass. So we'll do that now just to show you. Another ounce of rum. Another 1.5 ounces of ginger beer. And I'll use this one because that's a 1.5 ounce jigger. The jigger I was using was a 2-to-1. So that's a 1.5 ounces. And you know what? Let's put a little bit more in here. A little more ginger beer. Maybe go with 2 ounces of ginger beer and 1 more ounce of black rum. And like I said in a lot of my videos, this is just back porch cocktails, so we're trying things out. I'm not a bartender. This is just what I make for my friends on the back porch. I think that looks a little bit better, fills the glass a little bit more in a highball glass. So maybe adjust it a little bit to get it a little higher if you're using a highball glass. Let's see what it tastes like though. Oh yeah, that's good. I think it still maintained the right ratio. Yeah, it's great. All right.